Hi, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Glimpse of Reality podcast. I'm Zach, but you can call me Z if you would like.
I'm Anna, and you can call me anything you want. Anything that comes to mind, just call me it. I'll probably
Such as moron, idiot, or just Anna, whatever you want.
Exactly.
So this podcast is a long time coming.
Very long.
I've been telling it like it is since 01, and I feel like it's about time that we talk about it to an audience.
Right.
So I don't know if anyone watching, if you guys know us, if you have no idea who we are, if you just follow us on social media and you're like, oh, these people are having a podcast, let me take a listen.
Right.
Well, if you know me or don't know me, you know me now. I'm Z, nice to meet you.
I'm Anna, nice to meet you, and we're pretty psychotic, and I assure you, you're not going to regret watching any of this.
Yeah, well, because
Ever.
I just run my mouth.
There's a certain amount of energy you need in order to entertain a crowd, and we just have the energy. Some people just don't. Some people are just like sloths or dogs.
I've just been told time and time again, like, Z, you need to start a podcast. What you say is not normal. And I agree.
What you say isn't normal.
It's not, I'm not normal.
I'm not normal either.
We're not normal.
But I think that's why we need to present it to the public.
And I just think it's about time that people get a taste of Z.
It's about people just get a taste of A and Z and just entertainment in general, because the entire world is bored right now. Like, let's just be real. Like, there is nothing
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do besides like cook cake and like watch like TV.
But here's one thing. I will listen to a podcast and then be asleep in 10 minutes.
I agree, because it's not entertaining.
Some people just aren't funny.
It's also like because they are only trying to talk about what entertains them and not the rest of the crowd is.
Also, another thing, like so many podcasts are like so specific. Like if someone has a cooking podcast, like how many times am I going to listen to an hour podcast of someone talking about cooking? Like we get it. Put it in the oven, make the damn muffins.
Put the damn muffin in the oven.
But I'm not going to listen to you.
Put the pie in the oven.
I'm not going to listen to you talk about this for an hour
every
single week.
Because it's impossible.
It's impossible. So what took us so long to make a podcast?
Okay.
Because honestly, I don't know.
Right. It's been about time for a really long time now. And to be honest, me and Zach, like we really just met like last year. Like we had known each other, but like we just started chilling mad amounts over quarantine and discovered that we're both completely psychotic. We clicked and we have the sickest time ever. So
yeah,
we are.
I don't know if like anyone listening just has like that type of energy.
It's like a different type of energy that you can't really like describe. Like, for example, like me and Z will be like sitting across the table for each other and he'll like say something to me and it could not correlate with the conversation at all. But I'll like say something completely random back to him and nobody will know what's going on except for us.
I feel like every person has their own type of energy and type of vibe, but it's when you meet the person that also matches your energy and vibe,
right?
That you're like, we have to do a podcast.
Like me and Zach, like we have the same friends from high school, but we're just the two most psychotic friends out of that circle. And like, we didn't really know each other before.
Well, yeah. I mean, are we that psychotic?
I mean, we're pretty,
yes.
It's like, we're psychotic assholes. So it's like, we kind of know what's up, but we have that mixture of like crazy, you know?
People are probably watching this. They're like, what podcast is
this? Like, what are they
Like,
doing?
what are they doing?
Going on? So mainly what it really is Z.
Well, you know, some people have news podcasts. Some people have sports podcasts. Some people have cooking. Like, God knows what they have. We're just two people that can run our mouths at 100 miles per minute with no stopping
or like,
in the future.
Or like any like we don't care.
We
can say whatever we want. We don't care. Because it's like whenever other people are talking and like if, you know, they say something we don't really agree with, we kind of just like rile them up anyway. Like we're those type of people. Like we're very positive. Like we push, like we move forward. Like we never go back.
Anna and I have known each other forever, but have only kind of like clicked recently.
Yeah.
So, but why didn't we click years ago?
So,
did you think I was like a freak? Like,
no. Did you think I was a freak? No. I think honestly, years ago, we were just way different ages. And like, I'm 2 years older than Zach. We are like not the same age at all. So Zach was originally friends with my younger sister, who's 2 years younger. So they were friends. Zach and Katie actually became really, really close when they were in the fashion show together at Roslyn High School. So me and Zach actually, we're from Long Island, to give you guys like a rundown of where we're from and everything. We're from Roslyn, Long Island. So if you know, like the towns, Wheatley, Jericho, Syosset, Great Neck, we're kind of like in the center of all of those. Mm-hmm. And so Zach and my sister became really close over fashion show. And Roslyn Benefit Fashion Show was basically just like a dance fashion show, but there was, what are they called? What were you guys?
We were the MCs.
Yeah.
Basically, we were the king and queen of the show.
Basically, they became really, really close after that. And so I don't want to say, too long after that, quarantine ended up
Honestly,
happening.
it was
so
quarantine.
That was like a year, right? Went by after a fashion show and then quarantine, right? Because you guys I'm sorry, 2 years must have went by because because they were senior. You guys were seniors.
It was like a year
2
and a
years.
half.
Yeah, like a year and a half ago. And so once quarantine happened, and like I had known Zach, like I knew him from school, but like, like I was a senior. I went to Arizona right after that.
2 years in high school.
Really know each other.
2 years in high school is so much different than 2 years like once you're out of high school.
Yeah, because you're not even in a grade when you're out of high school. Everyone's kind of just like bopping around. And so like when quarantine started, me and Katie, Zach, and right? That was it. It was me, you, Katie, and Zach. That was the only people hanging out.
And whoever else wanted to hang out with us.
And whoever else was willing to sit in the backyard in 0-degree weather.
It was summer.
It was actually summer.
Actually, we forgot it started like in March.
Right, but was it?
So it was cold.
It was kind of cold. Yeah. But so once that started, we started hanging out. And me and Zach were the two people that were kind of just like, we
wanted to hang out at like all times.
Right, because we weren't used to just sitting there. Like other people,
I can't just sit and do nothing.
Nah, like there's these people that just sit in their like I'm friends with them. They can sit in their beds and scroll on their phone all day. I can't do that. I have to get up, I have to take TikToks, I have to do a dance, I have to make an outfit, I have to take pictures, I have to eat good food. Like I need to do things throughout the day. I can't just sit there. Like just sit. What? We were the ones to say, hey guys, let's get crazy. Let's be weird.
We wanted to make the most of the situation. Some people kind of laid low, which as you should.
And everyone would get annoyed by us because like everyone would kind of just be sitting there like, oh, like I'm bored. Like I don't want to go home. Like I'm tired. And me and Z would be like, potato.
No, because also there was nothing else to do except for like you may as well like hang out in someone's backyard.
Like we'd be like string beans and like everyone would be like, what? And we'd be like, I don't know. We're just being random. I don't know. Like we're bored. And we'd be like, oh, let's play a game. And like somebody would be like, what's it called? And like what, like me and you, like you'd be like, whatever the want to call it. And like I'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, okay, we're leaving. Like nobody could take us.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. We're just can't be bored.
I like have pictures of us like back in the day, like me and you driving around in high school. So we definitely were like friendly.
I'm sorry. Wait. Let's back up and discuss driving during Corona quarantine, freaking whatever you want to call it, and stopping at stop signs when people are walking in the streets. You know how families started walking more, around the neighborhood.
Oh my God. It was like a pedestrian.
Yes, it was a pedestrian festival. It was
like the rise of the pedestrians. It was like
the pedestrians are coming.
The pedestrians were like, the pedestrians have gone wild.
No, dead ass.
The pedestrians have gone wild.
So I would literally be driving in my car and there would be like, the pedestrians would just be coming. Like there'd be like 300 pedestrians.
They would come out of nowhere. You would be driving and then just like a storm of pedestrians.
A storm. And like the worst.
They would just appear like Pokemon.
Like literally Pokemon
boom, pedestrians. Boom, pedestrians. They'd be falling from the sky.
Oh my God.
If there were pedestrians
falling from the sky, like count me out.
But like I couldn't drive without like almost
hitting a pedestrian. If you could have,
what I was
gonna say was when there's all those pedestrians walking in the street and doing whatever they do, when I stop at a stop sign.
Oh, they think it's like they're opening the gates to heaven. Bro, like you could just walk for hours and hours and hours.
I will stop. And I remember like this would happen. Like I used to like stop
for 1 second and
they just like look through the window like they know me. They're like, oh, like let's look, like see if like they're like getting a real like live like not a glimpse of reality, like a glimpse of what the hell is under my skin, because they were staring for like take a picture. Like I swear to God,
they literally could melt me with their death looks of evil.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree, and I don't know how to deal with it. I'm
just happy that now this stage of, I don't even know if you would call it quarantine or like this stage of COVID it's cold out in New York, so the pedestrians have calmed down.
Mm-hmm.
which I'm happy about.
They need to honestly just hibernate way more often. They need to like learn from the bears and the squirrels. Okay, so let's discuss really, really quick this online class situation. What is this online class situation? Like the fact that they have some schools that are online and some schools that are offline, like that is just unfair. Like that creates drama. Like I'm sorry, but like F this.
It's
I think we should, no, it's so screwed up because we should all be going to school. Like this is ruining our relationships with one another. Like, I mean, I'm in class 1 second and my friend's drinking next to a pool the next second in Miami. And I'm like wishing I'm there. And then all of a sudden we're fighting because I'm doing math. She's freaking having a time getting dick and I'm getting, to speak to a wall and sit on my bed. And it's not too fun.
It's just annoying because I wish we were all on the same page.
Right.
But it seems that every other state kind of has their own
definition of a page.
Yeah. And living in New York, we cannot do that much.
No.
I will let you know right now.
No,
there's not much to do.
Let's go on a rampage. Let's talk about Jeffree Star and Kanye West for a hot second. Can we please just bring it up?
I thought
Can
you
we please just bring it? I don't know who else would besides myself at this point.
Okay, this news is kind of old.
This news is
but
very
I'm
old.
Still not over it.
I'm not over it either.
Okay, when I first saw this rumor on TikTok or Twitter or wherever I saw it, it was obviously fake, but I wasn't here for the possibility of it being true. I just thought it was so funny that this was a rumor that people were talking about.
Like legitimately Jeffree Star and Kanye. Like what?
What?
Like
literally
that's
what?
literally like Mariah Carey and like Jim Carrey. Like it just doesn't go together.
It's literally like it's like Lady Gaga and
The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
It's literally Lady Gaga and The Grinch That Stole Christmas.
Person, but
it's like Britney Spears and freaking the waiter at Arby's. Like
it's
like the most random group of people.
I'm sorry, if Kanye West and Jeffree Star were to have a kid, that thing would come out looking like a Cyclops, but that would be the best day of my life because Kanye and Jeffree would have a child, and I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that.
Anyway,
I also would like to know who the hell Kanye's going out with next. I want to know.
So I was really upset when people actually came out and said it was definitely false because I just loved how it was going around, but turns out it was false. But I just love the person that made up the rumor. Her name was Ava something, Ava Louise or whatever.
I didn't even know like.
And she literally posted after like a week of it. She was like, honestly, I totally made this up. I did it all for attention. And like, honestly, like I'm here for it.
Oh my God, wait, she did? Wait, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
The girl literally goes, she goes, by the way, none of this was true. I did it for the attention.
Not know that.
And that's what more people need to be
Actually,
doing.
that's what more people do. Yo, that's good. Where does she live?
But I need more people to make up these stupid rumors just so I can like read headlines that make me spit out my water.
Exactly. And just so we can like talk about it and discuss what all this like psychoticness is.
Yeah.
Like, no, the funniest is Jeffree Star talking about it on YouTube.
Like he actually had to address it.
He had to freaking address that issue.
I saw that video that he, I don't think I ever clicked so fast.
The best is when you pulled up Snapchat and one of his Snapchat stories introducing that he was going to come out with a new YouTube video that night. And
he had Twitter shook.
And he literally goes, hey bitches, we have news. With like this serious, like with like this, like with the cheekbones and like the serious ass, like, we have serious business going on here. Like the craziest, like.
Do you consider, you probably don't consider your parents this, but if anyone watching, like what do you consider like strict or overprotective? Like what do you consider a strict or overprotective parent?
So, okay. So this is true ass story. Honestly, hop on my wave if you're 15, 16, because you're about to learn a lot of lessons before being a 21-year-old, and that helps your life. So basically, when I was just growing up in high school, I think I was maybe a sophomore when I started smoking weed. And I used to come home, and I wasn't really that experienced in how it would smell or how it would enhance the smell in my house. And I would legitimately whip out my little bowl I would buy from the gas station because me and my friends, not you yet because we didn't know each other yet, but I'm sure we would buy the craziest, weirdest pieces known to man if we were. And I would whip it out and I would think it would be okay to crack the window and just kind of blaze up in my room.
That's really dumb.
Yes, very dumb. And I was a sophomore, so I honestly probably had half a brain at that point.
Not me being so dumb thinking like you literally like made like a crack in your window because like your window didn't open. But you meant you opened it a little bit.
Oh my God, I opened it.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's okay. I would do the same shit. Anyway, I would open the window a little bit and I would blow it out thinking, my house wasn't going to smell at all, whatever. My dad still has PTSD to this day that the house smells like weed because of that. He still comes up every 4 hours to check if I'm blazing in the room. I'm 21. I was 15 when this started. And I really think he has PTSD because it would happen every single day. And he would run up the stairs, he would shoot up, and I would hear him coming up and I'd grab all the stuff and I'd put it away really quick. I would like open the drawers to the whatever. I would open the drawers. I would throw the ball back in. I would get the weed. I'd throw it at the window. I'd do whatever I could to get it all like out of the way. And he would bust into the room and scream bloody murder at me. And every single time this happened, I would literally just run away. I would literally just
run for the hills.
I would literally just run away. I would leave the house. I'd put on my shoes and I'd run away. I would just run to Gabby's. Gabby's my best friend. So I'd run to her house or I'd just freaking run. I'd just run through my neighborhood and I'd take videos that I was running away from home.
I would never consider my parents strict or psycho up until this past holiday season.
No, well, I think everyone's psychotic right now.
I think this year has really brought out the true psycho in everyone.
Yeah.
But so you know how you have a Christmas tree during the holidays? Not anymore. Okay. I would hope not anymore. It's been.
I mean, my Christmas lights are still up, so God knows what goes through my parents'
It's tradition for Christmas. You get a Christmas tree. Well, this year I'm Jewish, so I don't celebrate Christmas. I just celebrate Hanukkah. Anyway, my mom thought it would be such a fun idea to get a Hanukkah bush. My mom has always wanted a Christmas tree, but we're not getting a Christmas tree because obviously we're Jewish. So my mom's like, okay, why don't we get a Hanukkah bush? But the Hanukkah bush is a Christmas tree with a Jewish star on it.
Basically.
It's a Christmas tree with a Jewish star on it.
Isn't it just like a smaller Christmas tree? Like a tinier one?
Okay, a real Hanukkah bush is supposed to be like a smaller tree that like you decorate that's like literally like this big. Our Hanukkah bush was a Christmas tree with a Hanukkah star at the top.
Okay, so tell them the funny part now.
So anyway, I don't ski. That's another story that I can tell after this. But anyways, I don't ski, but my whole family does. Mm-hmm. So I used to go with them when they skied and I would just sit in the mountain and eat because I didn't like to ski.
Yeah, that puts me down.
But now that I'm older, like I'd rather just stay home and do nothing while they go skiing. So anyway, I was home alone and we had the Hanukkah bush. So I wake up.
This is good.
So they leave at like the crack of dawn. I don't wake up till who knows when I wake up. But
5 p.m.
Yeah, so I wake up and I just like walk into my living room and I look at the Hanukkah bush, which is a Christmas tree with a Jewish star on it.
His mom put a freaking camera in the Hanukkah
Anna,
bush.
let me say it. I'm gonna start over. My whole family leaves at early in the morning, right? I'm asleep because I don't wake up till later in the day. So I wake up when they all left to go skiing and I just walk into the living room and I look at the Hanukkah bush and it literally has a camera in it.
A camera.
You
guys, his mom put a camera in the Hanukkah bush and didn't tell Z. So when his entire family, like they all went skiing, like they were gone at this point, Z wakes up, walks out of his room and sees
I see a camera. Like what
in
the hell
the Hanukkah
is this?
bush,
Like why am I being spied on?
Facing him.
So weird. Anyways, they thought they were like so slick. They were like, they were probably like, oh my God, like let's put it in the Hanukkah bush. Like Zachary's never gonna realize he can't really see that well, which I can't. But like it was right, it was so obvious. Yeah. I mean, what does she think is gonna happen? Like I'm not gonna throw down.
Right, like that's not gonna happen.
Like who am I gonna invite? Like right. I don't know. First of all, I don't know what she expected would be happening. Second of all, I mean, my mom has got to be so bored to like
literally buy a freaking camera in your Hanukkah. But like,
what is she going to be doing? Be skiing down the mountain and like as she's ascending down the mountain, she's going to check her phone and be like, "Oh, let's see what Zachary's up to while I'm mid ski.
Let's see how the Hanukkah bush is doing."
Like you're skiing. Go enjoy skiing.
So amazing.
Get off of my business.
Do you know what, like, this is like so random coming off of that topic. Do you know what Takis are?
Like a Taki bar?
Like Takis.
No.
Like Takis. No. Like okay. You guys. So let me show you what Takis are because Takis they're a really spicy chip. And basically they became really, really popular last year and this year. So these are Takis. They're these like straw chips. Anyway, do not eat Takis if you are hanging with a hot guy at night, if you're hanging with your boyfriend at night, you're about to actually not know what's coming in the morning. Eat the Takis if you're alone at home. Eat the Takis if you're in a comfortable area by yourself. Never eat the Takis when you are with a significting other or someone that you want to like impress,
or just never eat them ever. They sound gross.
No, they're amazing. They literally are better than like spicy Cheetos. They're better.
I just don't really like spicy.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, I love spicy. But I also like torturing myself.
One red pepper flake will make my tongue get up on two legs and leave.
So wait, so can I just say the reason why I say don't do it with a significant other or somebody you know or this or that is because if you're waking up the next morning with them, you're not going to want to go to that. You're not going to want to go in their bathroom. You're not going to want to go in their bathroom because that, you know how volcanoes.
It's going to be like the bridesmaids.
No. You know how volcanoes killed dinosaurs?
I thought it was what's it called? An asteroid that killed all the dinosaurs. Pretty sure it was like this asteroid that killed all the dinosaurs.
Guys, if it was an asteroid, I'm going to feel dumber than I did yesterday.
And that's pretty sure it's an asteroid or a meteor. Which I don't know if those.
Oh my God, we have to look it up.
Impact of a comet.
It was an asteroid.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think that's kind of common knowledge. I feel like everyone knows that.
I thought it was from volcanoes erupting because I don't know. Oh my God. So then how is there even still like Earth?
You're asking the wrong person.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about Danielle M.
Danielle M? Who's Danielle M?
Oh my God.
Can we talk about
How do you not know about Danielle M?
I don't know Danielle M.
Okay.
Who the heck is that?
Okay. Well, forget, I'm not going to say whatever. But have you ever met someone that like before you meet them or like before you know them too well, they come across just like so sweet, so nice, like they mean so well. And then the more you talk to them, the more you get to know them, like you realize they're a grade A psychopath, like crazy.
Yes.
Like this girl literally, she tried to run over in her car.
Wait, hold on. I don't know who this is. Wait, I don't know.
She tried to hit our friend with her car. She said she wanted to like fucking punch someone else in the face. Like,
oh, wait a second. You're talking about a sociopath here. I know a couple of sociopaths from my day in Arizona that I can bring up right now.
Go ahead.
Should I bring it up?
Mm-hmm.
You think I should bring it up? Because I could pretty much bring it up right now. I could publicize you right now, but I'm not going to use your name. I'm just going to use this story.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Anna used to go to U of A.
A psych ward. Okay, yeah, in other words, U of A. But in my words, we're going to say psych ward. Also, I don't actually even want to call it a psych ward. I just went there with people who happen to have meant to have gone to a psych ward, I think. So when I first went, honestly, I was not expecting like, you know, all of the chaos that went on there. And it was University of Arizona, not ASU, just to be clear, you guys. And I'd went through a bunch of roommates, not going to kind of give that whole big rundown because that's a story and
that's a story of it in it of itself.
That's a different story. But we're going to get to the roommate who initially kind of made me leave the school. I kind of wanted to leave the school anyway because, you know, people were doing instead of math problems. So I kind of had to leave. But this girl was a grade A sociopathic psycho. I have never met anyone like this, as mean as this in my life, actually. But anyway, let's get to the gist.
Mm-hmm.
So this was my second roommate, right? Moved in with her because she was living with one of my best friends. So I was like, as long as she's living with my best friend, we can all get along and we can hang out. Not to mention, this girl was she was a Danielle M. She was a big mama. And you know, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, you know, there's thick people out there. It's good. Go get them, girls. But anyway, that's not the important part. So I room with these girls. And so this girl, I'm not going to say her name. We're going to use the first letter of her name, okay? S. So S was my roommate, right?
Wait, we both shook our head at the same time.
I thought she was all funny at first because me and my best friend used to chill with her and whatnot.
It was S.
It was S, like we were really good friends. She was a cool girl, but I didn't really know her that well. So I move in. Wrong decision on my part. I was with pretty good girls before that. Stupid. And everybody really loved S because S had this possessive feel to her where she could literally just control everybody because she was a hardcore bitch. And I was kind of the only person that was going to defend myself and stand up for myself because I've dealt with way too many bitches back in the day. And so this was the girl that everyone revolved around. So one day, and this is just an example of one of the things that she did that made me leave the room. I was in a room with me and a few of my friends. She wasn't in the room. It was just me and like 5 other girls that she had known and I had known. And she had texted one of the girls I was in the room with, S, had texted one of the girls I was in the room with, yo, I'm coming to tell you guys something crazy. Like, you're not going to believe it. I'm so excited. Like, I'm coming now. So I'm sitting on the bed. And I kind of already know this girl's a little crazy because she's sent me like text and DMs, like, pick up your sneakers right now. Like, they're not folded in the closet. Like, this girl was a psychopath. Like, I don't even know what to say. And I was going to move out anyway, but this was like right before I moved out. Yeah. So she comes to the room and she goes, she opens the door and she's like, guys. And immediately everyone in the room looks up at this mean, ugly, oh my God, like, looks like a piece of mud. I don't know what's up with her. Everyone just looks at her and they're like, what's the information? And everyone goes and they like, everyone's so excited. They're like lining up to hear what S has to say. Like, what happened with S today?
They're lining up to like collect their cookies.
And so I'm in the back, like this little, and I'm so nice. Like, I'm not the type of person to like start any drama. I'm not the type of person to be mean ever. I don't like it or start conflict. So I'm in the back and I'm kind of listening in. She goes, you guys, I just had with, again, I'm not going to say the name, and I literally got all over mine and Anna's room. And guess what else? I got it on the end of her bed.
That'll do it.
So I'm sitting there. So I'm in the back and I'm sitting there and I'm like, holy motherfucking shit. And I literally,
did she not know you were in the room?
No, she knew I was in the room. That's really my weird point. She didn't care what I thought, what I said, what anyone else thought. Sociopathic. Like,
did she do it intentionally to like fuck up your room, or she just was like,
probably,
LOL?
Probably not, but probably. Like, she totally could have. Like, she's that crazy. Like, she would really do it because she texted me to pick up my socks that were on my bed. So I don't really know. But anyway, I run up to my room as fast as I can because I'm like, oh my God.
Probably like a freaking tornado.
So she
went through there.
She cleaned up.
It smelled, I'm assuming.
But I go up to my bed just to scope out the situation, even though I am leaving within a day or two. I've been, for the past 4 nights, I had been sleeping at my other friend's place because this girl was so scary. I was literally like, when I went to sleep in that room, like I literally faced her because I was scared she was going to stab me in the back. She was so freaky. And anyway, I go into the room to go check if there's anywhere. There's a piece of shit
on the pillow,
dangling off of my blanket.
That'll get you.
Started hysterical crying. I started hysterical crying. It was right before December break happened. I told my parents I was going back.
So that was the last straw.
No, that was the last straw. I told my parents I'm going. Well, no, it really wasn't the last straw, actually. I take that back.
It was like one of the last few straws in the little cup. It was one of the last,
right, exactly. And so I had a roommate actually after that. Left. Yes. And I had a roommate after that, but at that point, and my roommate was so nice, she was great, but at that point, I was already honestly done with the school. I was checked out. I was like, I can't go here anymore. Also, my classes were like 30 minutes away from one another. The school was way too big. It was like 45 to 46,000 people.
Yeah, I would not be able to go
I was like, I can't do this. And like, everyone was just doing the craziest stuff, was taking shit on my bed. And like, stuff was going on. I mean, and then there was this girl, we're not going to mention her name, but I remember I walked into like my friend's room one time and like this was her roommate and she was like, oh yeah, no, don't step there. My is on the floor. I was saving that for later. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like someone else was telling me, like, it could be like what I heard at that school. It could be like 2 p.m. and you would get out of the elevator and like there would be a vomit on the floor.
Oh my God, no.
Like at 2 p.m. on like a Monday.
Wait. You would legitimately get into the elevator. Like, this is an example of what has happened before, because I just want to let you guys know, if you do go to Coronado, the freshman dorm in University of Arizona, you are bound to find condoms stuck to the elevator. There may be period blood. There might be tampons flying around here. And honestly, one time I got in the elevator and there was a condom stuck to the wall and there was a lying on the floor.
That's actually not that out of the ordinary.
There was vomit in there too on the left-hand side.
The vomit will do to you.
There was one time I actually threw up in the elevator and didn't tell anyone about it. I'm not even kidding. I literally came out of like my friend Harris's room and I was so nauseous, but I was going down to my room and it was like, I was like on like the second floor and like, it was like going down. So it was like 4, 3. And at 3, I felt it coming up and I was like, oh God, no, like, please don't let me be one of these people. Please don't let me be one of these people. Like, please don't let me be.
You're one of those people.
And all of a sudden it almost hits 3. Boom. I'm one of those people. I yacked all over the elevator. I yacked all over. I literally just like stood there for a second. And in my mind, I'm like, do I clean this? Do I clean this? No. And I literally just sprinted to my room and passed out, went to bed. And I want to say it was like a month after that when December break happened. And after break, I flew into Phoenix. It was a transfer flight. I called my dad up. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm coming home. And that was that. But
that was kind of the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that was the nail in the coffin. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Shit really hit the fan.
Honestly, shit hits the fan. Shit hits the fan a good amount nowadays.
One thing one of my main characteristics is I'm impatient. First of all, I'm nice. First of all, Anna, look at me. I'm nice. And I give people the benefit of the doubt. But one thing I can't stand is when people genuinely are so bad at their job.
Or when people don't show up on time. Yes.
No, but because I've had jobs in the past and like I know that working, especially like minimum wage jobs, are not as easy as one seems. So I'm always so nice to like employees and stuff. But I was picking up food the other day and they said, I called it like 7:30. They were like, okay, 20, 25 minutes. So I get there at 8 o'clock. They're like, another like 10, 15 minutes. I come back in another 10, 15 minutes. I end up waiting till 9:15 from a 7:30 order that they said would take 20 to 25 minutes. I don't care if it's going to take an hour and a half, but tell me originally it's going to take an hour and a half. Don't have me showing up an hour before it's going to get ready. And I'm just waiting there because first of all, I'll probably be the most calm out of all the other people.
Right.
But the average person picking up their food that has to wait like an hour extra, they're gonna be mean. They're gonna cause a riot.
Oh wait.
But first of all, it's not like I was just ordering like it's not like I'm a first time orderer. This has never happened before. So like you would think they would like give you a heads up like, hey, like we're running a little bit late.
Right.
But no, they had because probably like they told everyone that ordered that night like 20, 25 minutes. So it was like 8 o'clock and there was a freaking storm at this restaurant and everyone was like screaming. They may as well have had pitchforks. They were like, give me my sushi.
Oh my God.
It was a shit show.
Oh my God.
It was a shit show.
That's insane.
And I made friends with this other nice girl that also was like waiting. She seemed like my age. Like, you know, when you're like in like an area and like it's all people not your age and then you see someone that like you kind of like feel like you would be
and you're like, okay,
similar.
We gotta go over there.
So I kind of just like made eye contact with this girl. I'm like, we're similar.
Yeah.
We're the same. Let's hang out while we wait for our sushi.
Yeah.
She was like, I placed my order at 7 o'clock. And I'm like, who the hell is waiting 2 hours for like a freaking California roll or something?
It's insane.
Which I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but have you ever seen your neighbors bring in groceries? It's not a thing.
Ever?
Ever.
No.
I've never.
Wait, that's so crazy you bring that up because I don't think I have ever seen
I read that on Twitter.
Wait. Once. I actually take that back.
Oh, so you don't count.
Oh, no, I have.
I've never.
Also because your house, it's also like if your house is on a block and it's just like the like, it's not like you're gonna like go around and like look to the side. Like I see the people bringing groceries that are across from my house.
Yeah.
Because I'm like facing them. So I'll be like in the kitchen, quote unquote, doing the dishes, aka literally ruining them and possibly breaking them, and looking out the window, and that's how I'll see it because they're right across from me. Okay, so my hair grew out over quarantine, and I used to be blonde. Like I used to be a bright, radiant blonde, like Z.
Like Z, almost.
Like Z, like, and my hair grew out so much, and I kind of like it. I dig it. I don't know. But I don't know whether I should go back to blonde or not because blonde has made my hair look like hay. So I don't really know what to do. I have hay hair.
I'm not like, I don't really give a crap how anyone looks. I don't really care how I look, honestly. But I'll just say this. Blondes just do it better. They just do it better.
They just have
more fun.
They have more fun. But okay, no, it actually depends.
Blondes do it better and argue with the wall.
What kind of blonde you are, though? Like for example, like I know somebody that's just like so not a blonde that dyed her hair blonde, and she's just still so not a blonde.
You can't force the blonde.
You can't force the blonde. Like the blonde comes out in the sun or it doesn't. If you straight up dye your hair and you weren't blonde before that, like at all, like didn't have blonde in your hair.
No, but I feel like you need to dye your hair blonde. You need a blonde personality.
Right. Like I have a story about me breaking my wrist. And this is a story involving and TikTok and my dad and the people at the hospital that made fun of me the entire time I was there getting my wrist x-rayed.
Okay. I'll set the tone.
Set the tone.
So over the summer, like we were seeing all these stupid people on TikTok get famous for nothing. So we were like, why not? We're bored. So we're doing the tennis bracelet dance. Mm-hmm. And things just took a left turn.
They took more than a left turn.
They went their cars
they went
squirting.
East. They went east.
Yeah. East. Spinning out of control.
Right. East.
All we know is things not only took a turn, if they really
fumbled
down the
They fumbled
mountain.
down and they broke. Like my wrist. So tennis bracelet.
We were doing the tennis bracelet
had just come out, and I was really, really hyped about tennis bracelet.
It was a fun one.
It was a fun one. It was a booty shaking one. It was fun. I was like, I want to do this. So
it was tennis bracelet for God's sake.
So not that we have any tennis bracelets, but
what does that even mean? Is that like a term or like?
Yes, tennis bracelet. Anyway, we were doing the dance, and I'm an idiot. So we were taking them next to my pool, and I like tripped behind my leg, and I got really into it because who wouldn't? And I fell back on my palm. My palm went like this, like snapped all the way back. And so I literally didn't know what to do at that point because I didn't it was like a shock. Like my whole hand just went, and I think it was this part of my wrist that had snapped, like the I don't know, like the mid part of my wrist. Yeah, this part, exactly.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden I stand there for a second and I'm like, oh my God. Like I start freaking the fuck out because my wrist is broken right now. Like I didn't know what to do.
Shattered.
I was feeling all type of pain.
But all I cared about was like, can you give me a ride home?
Also, so I'm there.
I was like, someone's got to drive me home.
I'm freaking out because of my wrist. And at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, we need to perfect this dance. So I look to my right. I'm like, oh my God, I go to the hospital. I look to my left. I'm like, oh, I perfected it. So obviously I choose to perfect the dance. Because
So mid-throbbing of the wrist, we're not done.
So I go back
to
we take the dance again. And right when we're done, I'm like, what? Like I scream. I'm like, Zach, I got to whip you home right now. And so I had to go to the hospital. So I literally drive him. I'm like, not okay. And I'm like my eyes are even barely focused on the road. I'm like seeing all different, like I didn't know what to do. So I skirt him home, drop him off. All of a sudden Z gets out of the car. I'm like, I literally fuck, like I went off. So I get home, I dodge upstairs, and let's not forget that all of this is due to tennis bracelet TikTok dance, okay? So I literally dodge upstairs. The things we had to do. So I dodge upstairs. I'm like, Dad, I really don't know what to do. I drove Zach home and I don't know what to do, but you need to take me to the hospital right now because I broke my wrist doing the tennis bracelet dance. And he goes,
he's probably what the hell
are you on? I'm like, I'm on nothing. You got to drive me to the hospital right now. I need to go. We need to go. So he's like, oh my God, all right, get your shit together. Get your stuff. He wants to actually buy a rifle. He wants to buy a gun and I think shoot me up the jaw right now.
Because who breaks their wrist to tennis bracelet dance?
Who does anything?
Yeah.
Whoever does it. So we end up going and I get there and I walk in and the pain is excruciating. And I get to the doctor's office. The doctor looks at me. I look at the doctor. He's like, what? So what happened tonight? I'm like,
I was doing the tennis.
I look at him.
Dance. He goes, you were doing the tennis.
Were you doing a TikTok? No. He said, were you doing a TikTok? I said, yeah. And I start crying / laughing because he said people have gone in before and do that TikTok. So I'm like, because it was when TikTok was so popular and everyone was doing it. And he was like, don't tell me
hospitalize you.
TikTok can literally hospitalize you in a lot of ways. And so the doctor looks at me and I told him that, yeah, it was from TikTok. And
he knew.
He starts laughing. He starts going, oh, this stuff, you're an idiot.
I bet you the doctors,
laughing at me. I'm like,
the doctors in the hospital were probably placing bets. I bet this girl broke her wrist because she was doing
I bet this blonde bitch is so dumb that she did this and that's how she's here. And they just kept going back and forth. They definitely do so many. They were taking TikToks an hour in. The teenage ones were literally listening to TikToks outside the door. And I wonder if they were dancing. Okay.
I think so many relationships, especially in Hollywood, the entertainment industry, they're not real.
They're fake.
They're fake.
They're fake.
They're 100%
Guys,
fake.
They're fake because
they're staged.
Okay, can I say something?
It's a publicity
Can I say
stunt.
something? And I also think that it's really easy to fake relationships to make money in Hollywood through TikTok and social media platforms.
Well, that's the thing. Half these people, no one knows why they're famous, so they have to make up things to stay relevant.
Right.
If you don't have a personality and you kind of just got famous to get famous, you got to think of things like,
exactly.
How do we get people to talk about us? How do we stay constant in the headlines on Twitter?
Exactly.
So you're like, oh, you're also kind of fading. I'm kind of fading. Let's say we're dating.
Let's do this together and we can boost followers and money and people are going to talk about it. And that's just a way to do it. For example,
and it's not just those people.
For example, this girl saying that Jeffree Star and Kanye West went at it. Now she's probably at way more followers than she was before. And she's gonna put out a video,
But the thing about her is really she owned it. She owned it.
She owned it, and I still want to meet her.
No, but most people will never own it. But when you own it, doesn't that make you respect them more?
100%.
You did it
100%.
for no reason other than the fact to stir up drama and cause something that's so out of the blue,
irrelevant,
and I'm here
out of the ordinary, and I'm always here for it, honestly.
Thing is, there are so many shows that I feel like people watched back in the day, and they're like, so and so is my favorite character. I hate this person, and now that we're older, I relate so much more to the characters that I hated.
Oh, so much.
And now the people that I liked, I'm like, you're so weird.
So weird. Who even is Moana?
Oh, I hate Moana. We're not going there. I hate
Moana. We are not going there because. How often do you hear of Moana and how many times
how often do I want to slam my head?
Fucking Moana and want to slam your head into a wall?
I was going to say the amount of times I've heard it is the amount of times I've wanted to slam my head against the wall.
Who even is that?
Who knows? But
I don't.
For example,
I think Sacagawea is probably way more attractive than goddamn Moana. Don't.
For example, Squidward is the most relatable person I think to ever exist.
Is sick.
He's such a mood.
He's hot. I'm in. Squidward, that nose. Wow.
He does play the clarinet. He could soothe you to sleep.
Yeah, true. He really could, probably.
No, but he's such a mood. He lives in between. I used to love SpongeBob and Patrick. Thought they were un. They were un.
Still on. I would still get drunk tonight and watch SpongeBob and whatever.
No, but Squidward was such a mood.
Yo, SpongeBob movie was a move. Goofy Goober was a move.
That was a trip.
I'm a goofy goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober.
No, but who else? I Like, I will confidently say that Trina Vega was the best character on Victorious.
Oh my God, Trina Vega was amazing.
She was the best character on Victorious.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you forgetting?
No, she was the best character.
No,
she was the best character.
Wait, no. Seren? St. John takes the cake.
No.
St. John takes the cake.
The thing I have to say.
Or the teacher. Psychowitz.
The thing I have to say about Trina is like, she was the most annoying person on earth, but she did her, and she stayed true to her, and she did that, and she didn't give a crap about what anyone else thought about her.
And I loved, honestly, like, I would be her friend on the show. Like, I really liked her.
I feel so bad.
I really liked her.
She was unreal.
Like, she was amazing.
She was insane.
And who else? Robbie was annoying. I'm sorry. I did not like Robbie. I didn't think he was that funny. I think St. John was hilarious. The teacher was hilarious.
Jade
Tori annoyed the shit out of me. Jade
was the second best besides Trina.
Jade was good.
She was good.
Jade was good. Her boyfriend was a pussy. I really didn't like how he acted.
All I want to say is this was just a little intro. We kind of just talked about a bunch of random things.
Yeah. So this was just,
Yeah. We gave you guys a glimpse of our reality. We shared some stuff that we probably shouldn't be talking about to complete strangers, but we felt like it.
Right. And it's the reality going on in our head. And reality of all of this is that the world's pretty boring right now. And
so we're just trying to have some fun.
We're just trying to have some fun with each other. And we're just trying to give you guys some free entertainment. So
we hope to see you next week. And
it was
if
nice
you're back
you
or if you're not back, we're still gonna be here.
And also like and subscribe to our channel. That's Zach, I'm Anna, if you guys didn't already freaking remember that. And we really hope you loved this, and